Hey RPM. I wasn't sure this was a complete impromptu live thing. Just fucking around. The weather sucks. I just come out doing some wrenching. Figured let's see who was on and who wasn't. If anybody showed up, great. If not, then that's okay too. Just figured I'd be up for doing some maintenance and stuff today. Like I said, it's snowing and shitty here. This is my newest purchase, so I'd like to go through it. It's a Truggy. It's a Hot Bodies Lightning Stadium Truggy. So it's the Hot Bodies Lightning Pro. I picked it up on my road trip the other day for work, and I got it running the other day, and she's pretty much ready to go. Just it's got the older radio gear in it, so I redid all the fuel lines and whatnot because the fuel lines were all jacked up. It has the Axial .32 in it, and it has a dynamite pipeline. So it's pretty clean. I didn't realize, I thought that these were upgraded aluminum A-arms and whatnot, but it's actually, they're stock in the Pro, that they come with these hardened aluminum control arms. I thought that they were updated, but they're actually stock. But they're pretty nice bit of stuff. You can see it's got a little bit of scratching underneath of it, but nothing serious. It's in pretty decent shape, really. So I haven't had much of a chance to go through it other than just kind of get it running yesterday. But yeah, I picked it up in Edmonton from a really nice fellow. Actually, turns out that he's a collector too. So it was a great contact to make with him, and so it should be. He keeps his stuff super clean. The only thing I noticed so far was that the linkages need to be kind of set up a little better and whatnot. So, and then this air filter I don't think is long for this world. It's not brand new, but it must have fairly low hours on it because there's like no scratching. The cylinder head has a couple little marks in it, but nothing substantial. The like and there's no wear on the clutch or the flywheel or anything. So it's got nice carbon fiber top plates and double disc brakes. Yeah, and nice aluminum throttle arms and stuff. Looks stock. It's got older high-tech servos in it. I don't know if these ones would be high voltage or low voltage, but I didn't risk it. I just left them as low voltage for now. But it seems to be, and then I think this is an extra, this is a different brace because the ones I've looked up, this is an aftermarket style of brace, this rear brace. It says KHZ, so I'm not sure what that is, but that's a different. This top one is original. The little bit of looking I've done. It's cool. The front and rear drive shafts are actually CVs as well, which is a little bit abnormal for a Truggy. So it does seem it's pretty nice. It hasn't been beat to death for sure. And the body's in pretty nice shape. There's nothing really too wrong with it. No burn marks in it or anything. So yeah, whoever did it did a decent job. It's weird though. It looks like they put the decals go on from the inside, which is a little bit odd. But I did race many moons ago, back in the 90s. I was never any pro or anything. I just did some club racing and stuff back, probably in the early 90s. there's no clubs around here or anything anywhere near where I live. I'm just basically make tracks out of with cones and stuff in the local fields, and we just kind of get together with a bunch of guys and have some fun. But, but yeah, I'd like to try and bend the exhaust tip down, just because I don't like it kind of points up. That's better. Yeah, it really seems to be, and then the racing circuits that I have gone to just to see if I like to go or not, everybody's so friggin' serious that it sucks all the fun out of it. So everybody gets too competitive and too full of themselves. So basically, I just kind of do it myself and try and encourage as many friends and stuff to get into it as possible and go from there. But I haven't checked any oils in any of these shocks or anything, so I figured I was just going to do some maintenance today and see if there's even anything in them. So, and then while I was in Edmonton, I picked up some new drivers, which I haven't tried out yet. So, figured you guys will give them a go. They seem pretty decent. They were on sale at Great Hobbies, reasonable price. Their details, hobbydetails.com. I've never seen them before, but they seem better than using needle nose. You missed the garbage can. Doing any wrenching today, RPM? Just kind of hanging out. What do you figure? Is there anything in this or not? Oh, they're full. And it's clean. That's kind of shocking. Yeah, joke. No, that sucks, buddy. See, I got 5 people in the stream. I don't know who all's here, but thanks for coming, hanging out. Whoever all's here. On this shitty Saturday afternoon. Well, same with that one. Full. Clean. It had good compression and rebound. I just figured that I wanted to check them before I take this thing out and start bashing it and find out that everything's empty. Hey Lotus, how Thanks for coming, buddy. Sorry for the impromptu, just kind of hanging out doing some wrenching on my new project. And just figured it's snowing like a bugger here and it's ugly, shitty weather, so it was a good day for it. I tell you, those drivers some night. The ones I was using were my electrical ones, which don't fit half the time because they're so big. The shock is not going to come out of there. Interesting. With that wing in the way. Oh, they're working on some boats, Lotus. That's cool. Oh man, I turned that furnace down. A little warm. Ooh, it's trying to roast. I don't know what it's like to take the diffs apart in this. I know the next thing I want to do is check this air filter. I'm not a super big fan of this. Foam doesn't look the best and there's no oil on it whatsoever. Oh, it's intact. It's not delaminated. It's clean. No oil. None. It's not coming apart on the inside. Yeah, it's dry as a bone. What do you guys use for oil for your filters? Hey Riggs, sorry I missed your live this morning, buddy. Hope it went well. I watched most of it. It's a pretty sweet little stadium truck. Another eBay find. We had a power outage here today, so because of the snow. I use that. I don't know, everybody uses something different for an oil for the air filters, but I like to use that K&N oil in this aerosol because it's convenient and it seems to work pretty good. Yeah, like this is, so if you go to any like auto supply place, you can buy this stuff. And it works really well. And it stays nice and tacky. And it cleans well. I had this running yesterday after I got it. After I, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. When I got home. And just briefly, just to make sure that there wasn't any big issues. But yeah, it seems to be really solid. The axial that's in it is pretty solid. It's got lots of compression. I think I could have used a longer zip tie. Oh, I cut that on a nice sharp angle. Next person hate me if I hit that. There, that's better. Hey, big boys. Thanks for coming. Sorry, I know this wasn't scheduled. Usually my ones are on Sunday, but I was out here kind of putzing around doing some maintenance on this new one that I picked up. So for those of you who just joined, this is my newest acquisition to my fleet. It's a Hot Bodies Lightning Stadium truggy. Body on, so you guys can see what it looks like with the body on. Here's what it looks like with the body on. In pretty nice shape. There's a few little blemishes here and there in some of the paint work, but other than that, for a 2000 and, I think I looked it up, it's a 2002 truck. It's been sitting somewhere for a very long time. And it's not all beat to shit, so. Yeah, thanks Lotus, appreciate that. Yeah, and it's got the axial 0.32 in it. Carbon fiber top plates. So it's the Hot Bodies Lightning Stadium Pro truck. So I'm sure that this originally wouldn't have come pull start. It would have probably come bump start, is my guess. But I think it's a kit from what I've read. It does look. It looks damn near new. Like if it has much runtime on it, it sure doesn't have a lot. Like even the wings got a couple scrapes on it, but nothing substantial for sure. And none of the strut towers are all fucked up or like nothing looks like it was bashed bad. Even the bumpers are straight, you know. So it's pretty decent. I had it running yesterday, run a tank through it just on the table here, and it seemed to run good. It's got the old AM gear in it still. I will update it to the better radio gear. The servos all work. I tried it briefly yesterday. Now that I say that, I think I might have left it on all night. And killed the battery, or the battery died. Yep, I guess I did. That battery wasn't the healthiest when I put it in there. Just looking at the charger. feeling it's dead. This battery wasn't very healthy when I plugged it in yesterday. See what that does when it comes back to life. But yeah, so all the servos worked yesterday. I haven't tied into the diffs or anything to see what shape they're in, just judging by the amount of how well the shocks looked when I took it apart. I'm pretty sure it's going to be in decent shape. It ran fine when I ran it briefly yesterday. When I get that battery charged up, there we'll do some servo setting and stuff. I think that throttle servo needs to be re-zeroed. Ooh, that's early. What are you doing up that early, big boy? 4:22 a.m. I don't know if I have the heart to cut the body for the pull start to come out. To me, I think I'd rather just pull start it than put the body on. I don't know if I want to hack that body out big enough to put a pull start on it. I like the axial sticker that came on there. That's not very common either. So this engine's been in this thing for a very long time. Somebody did a really horrible job gluing these tires. I wish I had another set of tires that were, these are old school truggy tires. You can even tell by the feel of the rubber, they're not belted, they're really balloon-esque. Pretty sure they'll, when I start driving it, they're gonna blow off the wheel. This one for sure. The glue is starting to, yeah, like right there, you can see it's already let go. Somebody tried to re-glue these, did a really fucking horrible job. I just woke up and can't get back to sleep. I feel that happens to me a lot. Ooh, man. I don't know, what would you guys think? Would you run these? Should I just run them until they blow? They're pretty ugly. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a truggy with a wheel nut that small. These won't even take regular truggy wheels because of the, yeah, they're 17 mil hex by the look of it, but it's a 8 mil nut. That's weird. Third time's a charm, there it is. Try counting nitros. It's funny, I had a fella come over yesterday and help me with my furnace, and he's a friend of mine, and yeah, it's the strangest. It's almost like a monster truck rim, like a Traxxas monster truck rim. It's a 14 mil hex instead of a 17, and it's the small shaft. That's weird. I better re-glue that though before I try and run that. It's kind of nice. It's almost like the Hot Bodies buggy. It's the same spindle setup, literally. Tire glue and glue that tire. Otherwise, I'm going to forget. I'm going to try and run it and make a mess. Anybody else keep your tire glue in your fridge? I called bullshit on it when they first told me that I should do that. Makes a big difference. It stays a lot nicer. There we go. That looks better. I'll throw her in the pizza oven. There, that's in the pizza oven drying. Everybody saw that pizza oven that's in my garage. Everybody always wonders what it's for. I use it for drying tires, mostly. I leave it set to 100 degrees. Just I think it's like 120 degrees Fahrenheit. And I just throw them in there for 5 minutes. It's got a fan in it, circles the air, and it does a great job drying tires. Put this back in the fridge. Battery's still charging. Must have been, I bet you I left that on all night. Killed it dead. Anybody that's in Canada, Great Hobbies has these drivers that I just picked up for, you can buy them online from Great Hobbies, or you can get them from their stores if you go there. But they're actually a really nice feeling nut driver set. Comes a set like that. So you got your 8 mil, 7 mil, 4 mil, and 5.5. And it came for like $24 or something like that. And I see you can pick them up from their website as well. Yeah, good deal, I thought. I mean, you usually don't get many tools for that much money, but it's on their Black Friday continuation sale. Just waiting for that battery to charge so we can set that servo linkage. And then I also got to change that pipe on my Savage. Well, I got you guys today. We're gonna put this purple pipe on my Savage. So this kit is back from when Hot Bodies was still affiliated with HPI, and so there's a lot of stuff on this thing that's very, very HPI. So hence the radio is HPI. That's actually factory Hot Bodies radio, even though it says HPI on it. Huge fuel tank in this thing, which is a good thing because it needs it with this .32. Just waiting for that to charge. I'll go get that Savage in the meantime. this over here for now. You got a mint condition Hot Bodies D8 buggy? I have one too. It's over on the shelf over there. I would not call mine mint by any means. It's over on the shelf, but it's not mint, but it's pretty decent. And that one in the spring, when the weather gets a little better, will be my giveaway buggy. That one we do the speed challenge for buggies in the spring. That one will be the one that I'm going to give away. Obviously, maybe Canada Post will be done pissing around by then. Hey, OG. Thanks for joining. We're just doing like an impromptu live today just because the weather kind of sucks. And it's raining and snowing and can't decide what it's doing today. So I was out doing some work on my my new addition. Like I said, I'm just kind of waiting to see if my battery gets charged there so I can do some maintenance. I'm doing re-zero my servos. Must have been dead as a doornail. It's coming though. And then, like I said, I'm waiting for just drying a tire. See if that should be done here right away. Nice and dry. I don't know if you are subbed to me, big boy. I think Ray says he was calling from the track, so. That'd be awesome if you would, big boy. I'd appreciate that, buddy. I'm still small fry compared to some of you guys. Right. There. A tire dried. See what I mean about that old pizza oven? Nice and dry. Works like a hot damn. Should be enough to do what a test that I need to do. Oh, thanks, Slash Raptor. I don't think I've seen you in here before, buddy. Thanks for coming. Normally, I do my live streams every Sunday at 2, my time, Mountain Standard. But today I was out here just tinkering around. The weather kind of sucks, so I figured today was a good day for it. There we go. Yeah, see my throttle trim max grayed out. Zero that, and then we'll go from there. No more boat face. Okay. I shouldn't have zip tied that on yet. All right. Reset that throttle servo. take a load off of that. There, that's much better. Now that servo's not screaming away. There. Well, my brakes aren't stuck on it idle either. Much better. There. I had to build this little adapter cable yesterday because it's the older school hump pack with the old red battery connector, so I had an old servo kicking around, so I just made an adapter for it. There. There we go. As you can see, it's all working as it's supposed to now. Old school AM radio for now. I'll change it over after, but the servos seem to work pretty good. I had it running yesterday on the 20%, and it seemed to work pretty good. The tune was whacked yesterday when I got it running. It was the high speed needle was shoved way in, and wouldn't even let fuel go into it. It was so lean. So hopefully the engine is okay. Oh, what's a rough one on the 4.6 teardown? It's just in rough shape or what? Oh gee. Hey Rob, what's happening, buddy? Just doing an impromptu live just because the weather kind of sucks balls here, so we're just kind of just doing some maintenance stuff. Bring you guys along just to see what's going on. Have some fun, hang out together. This is my newest purchase, my Hot Bodies Lightning stadium truck. This is the body. Make sure that's... I think it's kind of funny how they call this a stadium truck, but I didn't think stadium trucks were ever four-wheel drive. I thought stadium trucks were all two-wheel drive, like the RC10 and the Firestorm and whatnot. Maybe in a little while we'll mark this up, see how it goes. Put this over here for now. everybody's favorite. This is my Savage X that I own. It's in very nice shape, all original. I wanted to change this, get rid of this plastic pipe and put this newer HPI pipe in here and just remove this old plastic one. God only knows. Pretty sure this pipe's been on here from the original. Not that these, you know, these old pipes were pretty good. Oh, this one was about ready to let go anyway. Suffering the HPI meltage. These old plastic pipes. Just don't get towards my wife's car, that would be a bad deal. We better give that a bit of a cleanup. Yeah, I agree. They perform pretty good raw, except for, like you said, except for the melting part. And that one was just about ready to let go. There's not a lot of hours on this one, but you can see it was doing the old melty lip thing. So what I've seen is that the insert pulls right out of these. I've had a couple of them where they've collapsed completely. Come on, you. There. Now, I need to make a new mount for that. Anybody ever have to make that? I think I saved it. Oh, that's interesting. Somebody drilled that out. I'm not as big a Savage guy as you guys, so. Hey Joey, thanks for coming. Must be a screw on the backside of that mount. There it is. I don't know if I like that. That point's way up. There. Take and tighten that up where it's at there right now. Yeah, better. Now, because it sits up so goofy like that, I think we'll make a bit of a homemade mod on that arm. Because it sits on a weird angle, it'll drown itself, I would think. I don't know if I like that pointed up in the air like that. I don't know what you guys think. There we go, that's better. Let that cool off, that'd be perfect. Just a little bit of a mod there. Just bent that, heated it up, bent it, let it cool. Let's straighten that right out. That's better. Zip tie. Oh, hey Haggard, I've never seen you in here before. Thanks, buddy. There. That should be a lot better than that shitty old plastic pipe. Again, we took this old plastic pipe off. It was starting to melt. I'm sure you guys can see that. So that'll probably, I'll probably end up binning that. Just because that's probably trash now. Took this old plastic pipe off. It was starting to melt. I'm sure you guys can see that. So that'll probably, I'll probably end up binning that. Just so you know, Haggard, I do a live every Sunday, generally, just like regularly on at 2 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. But today is just like I said, the weather kind of sucks, and I was just doing some maintenance on some things, and I figured I was out here bumming around, so I just go do a live and see who wanted to tag along or join. So. That should be, there we go, that's way better. Now that's, so I just took and bent that right there with a heat gun, and then just so it made this straighter, because it was kind of pointed up in the air. I didn't really like that too much. Take the screws off the pipe. Are they pretty? Oh, they do come right out, eh? I'll do that. That's a good tip, Raw. Thanks. Yeah, man, look at that. That was gonna come right out of there. Crazy. 9 p.m. That's what time it is for you? Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Joey. This one's my Savage X. I should run this one more than I do. I don't run it that often. Usually, like I said, most of my monster trucks get run more in the wintertime. Now that it's snowing, than everything else. But that's funny, hey. So today's your honeydew list day? That happens. I just figured it was a good day to come out here and sit, hang out, do some wrenching, have a beer, chill. Yeah, this one, like I said, there's a story behind this one that's pretty cool. This one, I've had this one for a while. I got it actually from a gentleman who was his father had passed away, and he had this. Now I just put grease all over the hood of this thing. I'm gonna chuck this rag. And he was his father had passed away, so he had a whole collection, and I bought the entire collection off of him. And because he wanted it to go to a good home, and this is one of them that I bought in a collection. I think it was 6 trucks. Yeah, this was one of them. I get rid of this rag now. It's full of grease, so I don't do that again. Yeah. But I wanted to change that pipe. I've been meaning to do that for a while since we rebuilt that engine on that last live. That HPI engine. I haven't done anything with that engine yet. That's going to be so much better with that metal pipe than that shitty plastic one. Put the stadium truck back here. Now that's dry. What do you guys figure? Should we spark this thing up? See how it runs now that it's cooled off? I'll take the screws out of that later. Ooh, that glow lighter plugged in all night. It'll be charged at least. I picked up some more fuel while I was in Edmonton as well. Not that I need more. I think that gives me 10 gallons of fuel that I have now, but Never have too much fuel. I don't think, Raw, I don't think I'm set up for monetization or whatever you call that I don't know how to do that yet. I guess I gotta figure out how to do that. I appreciate you looking. I'll see if I can figure out how to do that. I don't think I have channel members per se yet. I've never signed up to be able to do that yet. I do appreciate you looking though. That's pretty sweet. Thanks, Haggard. I just picked this up on the weekend. It's a Hot Bodies Lightning Stadium truggy with the Axial .32 in it. It's a really nice shape. Hopefully, I'm not looking too high. But it's got a few marks in it, but nothing serious. It's got a little bit of gravel rash on the control arms, but I thought that these were Energy arms, but apparently they're stock arms. Yeah, so on the Hot Bodies Stadium Pro, Hot Bodies Lightning Stadium Pro truck, they came stock with these aluminum arms on them as a kit, and this is an upgraded chassis brace, as well as some of the throttles, horns, and whatnot are updated. But so yeah, I'll tell you, it runs good, but she's fucking thirsty with that .32 in it. I'll tell you, she drinks it. Yeah, it's a good thing it's got a big. It's a good thing it's got a big fuel tank in it, because she's a thirsty one. Maybe it's just because I got it set so rich, because I didn't know the condition of the engine when I fired it up, so I did set it a little rich, just till I kind of get a better beat on what's going on with it. So, what do you guys think? Should we bark it up and let it run a little bit so you guys can hear it? Show Haggard the wall. Sorry, the car's in here, so it kind of takes away from it a little bit. Haggard, did you want to see the wall before I bark this up? Sorry, the car's in here, so it kind of takes away from it. Haggard, did you want to see the wall before I bark this up? No, just for those of you, because we got a couple new people in here today. So this is my wall. I guess it starts over here, kind of carries on this way, and then goes down there, all the way over here, and then back up. So that's my wall of RCs. Every one of them is nitro. No electric stuff in this collection. Oh, and then I forgot about the one that's on the ceiling over there. But yeah. So there's that's my Fortec, my WR8, my two Losi LSTs, my LST and my Aftershock, and then my whole bunch of buggies. And then, do you guys want a tour? I can give you a tour. We'll go this way. We'll start over here. So those are my JATOs, different generation JATOs. They're there. 3.3 T-Max, 2.5 T-Max, MGT 8.0, MGT 4.6, SEN 7.7, MGT 2.21. That's MGT 8.0, MGT 4.6, MGT 8.0, Mini MGT, the newest JATO, Losi 8T, Hot Bodies Lightning, Hot Bodies, sorry, not Hot Bodies, Jammin' Truggy, TC3 associated, MGT 4.6, Savage 25, Savage 4.6, the one I just had there. That one came from the Nitro Addiction. That's my Techno NB 2.0. That's my Mugen, Savage XL, 8T. That's a Hyper 7. That's my Offna Pirate. So you can see it there. That's my Offna Pirate. That's my Kyosho MP9, my Losi 8. This is my Serpent with the new Alpha engine in it. That's my associated B4. There's a Thunder Tiger S3 with the Kronos engine. That's my my Hyper 7 with the SH engine in it. There's my JQ Racing buggy, my 10T. That's my other Techno buggy, Hyper 7. That's my Kyosho 1/10 scale buggy, my B4, Hyper 8, another Hyper 8. That's my Acme buggy. There's my Hot Bodies Lightning buggy. There's my MBX, Offna MBX. That's another Offna Hyper 7. No, sorry, that's my Jammin' buggy. And then that's my buddy's B4.1 and my buddy's JATO. And then you guys wanted to know about that yellow pan car up there. That's actually a Kyosho Pico Genesis. That's from 1993. And that's my RC10 GT up there. So yeah, that's a quick tour. Anybody have any questions on what was up there? That's a quick tour. Said usually you can see it better from here, but my wife's car's in here. Usually I take it out for the lives, but usually you can see it better from here, but my wife's car's usually I take it out for the lives, but I think that's your weird brain. I run, believe it or not, there's 51 of them in here, and I run 95% of them at some given time throughout the year. The Pico Genesis, you're right, Lotus, is a very sweet car. I don't know if you guys have ever seen one of those things, but they're very rare. I feel bad that I don't get to run it as much because I blew the tires up in it, and I got to get a set of tires out of Europe. So it runs super sweet. It even has the Pico drivetrain in it still. Any Truggy you would trade for that MGT, or you have too many? Which MGT? Oh, the one that you got raw. Maybe one of those. Maybe one of those Losi's, or maybe even one of the Jammins. Yeah, because at least you're in Canada, Raw, so it's not so bad. Oh man, I got bins of parts. I built that one 4.6 MGT over there mostly out of just parts. Hey, all aspects. You think you worked out? Oh, did you get it? Oh no, you didn't figure out the parcel, did you, RC? Joey? Hey, I didn't even think of that when I did that. All right, Lotus, talk to you later, buddy. Because I knew that you would know what was up on that wall. That's interesting. I didn't even think of that. Considering you know some of them I got from you. Thanks for coming, Haggard. Appreciate you stopping in, buddy. Good luck with the painting. I friggin' hate painting. Not seeing the fuel going in there. Oh yeah, it was in there. I just couldn't see it. Now it's probably flooded. We'll find out. Cold start. I'm not seeing the fuel actually make it in there. There, now it's in there. turn some ventilation on. guys think of that? Pretty good. Let that fan go for a minute, and I'll shut it off. He's got some pinch, I'll tell you what. Even hot like that. Pretty good, really. Pretty happy with that. I think it'll be super fun. You need to spray oil all over the floor. Just the initial fire up was a little bit slobbery. Turn the fan off now. I don't know what that sounds like through this headset, other than me looking like I want to take an order of some French fries. I wish I could live stream the smell. I love the smell. Whew. Turned all my fans off and everything now. I'll be curious to see that JATO tomorrow, Joey. Hopefully it's good for anybody. Like I said, man, in my opinion, and I mean there may be people in this live that'll shoot me for it, but I still think the JATO is the best platform that Traxxas makes. I know a lot of people will say that it's the T-Max, but I still think the JATO is the best. I don't care. I can't drive a JATO without smiling. It's just how it is. They're just so good. There. I can't drive a JATO without smiling. It's just how it is. I mean, I got so many of them now, and I still love them. You like the Revo the best, Joey? The Revo is definitely an engineering marvel, in my opinion. It's like nobody else has really done it. You know, everybody else is sticking to the same sort of control arm style suspension, and the Revo is definitely different. I mean, unless you're going to get into one of those Gamma or whatever it is buggies, you know. Sticking to the same sort of control arm style suspension, and the Revo is definitely different. I mean, unless you're going to get into one of those Gamma or whatever it is buggies, you know. Yeah, like you can't beat if you get a hopped up Revo, I'm not talking about a stock Revo, but a hopped up Revo, they're pretty awesome. You know? Yeah, like you can't beat if you get a hopped up Revo, I'm not talking about a stock Revo, a hopped up Revo, they're pretty awesome. just gonna do what Raw was saying here and save these screws on this plastic pipe before I huck it in the bin. Otherwise, I'll put it off to the side and forget all about it, and then end up throwing it away with the screws in it. I'll be curious to see later, Joey, if you should text me and let me know what you think the package is. I bet you know now. That's funny. I'll be curious to see later, Joey. You know, I've never looked inside one of these things. I think I'll save this O-ring too. Man, there's no baffles in there. I always thought there'd at least be baffles in these things. Nothing. Oop. It wasn't fucked before, it is now. Oh, is that what you think, Joey? It's not what it is, but good guess. Oh, is that what you think, Joey? There. I'll save these screws. You know, I've talked to a few people that have bought that, that like have the Revo with the center dip, and they have no end of grief with that thing, trying to get it to not prioritize front wheel drive. There, now this can go in the trash. I'm not going to tell you. I just wanted to see if you would guess. This could go in the trash. Did you guys want to look at something else that's up on the wall? Lotus, you still in here? I'm not going to tell you. I just want to see if you would guess. Did you guys want to look at something else? I'll put this back up on the shelf for now. Maybe tomorrow, if the weather simmers down, you can take one out for a snow run during my live. I'll charge up the old Savage 20, the MGT .21, my snow basher, and go for a rip. Oh no, I'm still doing the Sunday one, Compass. Don't worry. The yet last week I didn't get to do it because I was on the road for stupid work gets in the way. You got to work once in a while, and I got stuck driving 6 hours for work. So I don't normally bail on the Sunday, but last week I got stuck working, so and the stupid work thing, hey? Yeah. So that one took a little bit out of things. Yeah. So anyway, we'll be back to normal tomorrow at regular time. Today was just an impromptu / the weather sucks, so I was out here doing some maintenance. So tomorrow is supposed to be nicer weather. Today is more or less raining, so that it's such wet snow that which I'm actually hopeful for, because if we get a bit of wet snow today, and then we get some good cold weather tonight, it'll put a nice crust on the top of the snow, and then I can rip it, and it's super fun. Which I'm actually hopeful for, because if we get a bit of wet snow today, and then we get some good cold weather tonight, it'll put a nice crust on the top of the snow, and then I can rip it. And it's super fun. High volume. What version of your Revo is it? Is it the older one or the newer one? Has it got that telemetry stuff in it? High volume. What version of your Revo is it? I don't even think there's a radio gear in this thing anymore. I think I pulled all the radio out. This is my Pico. Figured not everybody's seen one of these before. A little bit different. I haven't kind of shown it much since for a while. Like it just did. I've shown it here and there, but not on a live stream for a while. Kind of shown it much since for a while. I've shown it here and there, but not on a live stream. Oh, you got heavy lag there, Joe? It's good on my end. I wonder if it has to do with your weather. You got heavy lag there, Joe? It's good on my end. I wonder if it has to do with your weather. Yeah, I don't blame you. High volume. I took a lot of mine out too. Yeah, I would love some tires for this. I wanted to run it this summer, but I couldn't because I don't have tires. The tires that are on it are I made out of foam yoga blocks, just so that I can actually sit it on the shelf. This just thought I'd bring it down so you guys can have a look in this thing. If you want to see a crazy clutch bell, a tranny setup. Look at that thing. And it is 4-wheel drive. There's one-way bearings on the powertrain, front and rear. And it does run. It has the original Pico engine in it. And it's funny, you know, like I stumbled across, of all things, Luke had an engine as a spare that he had never used and had no use for it. And I have a complete spare Pico engine. And Luke, I traded Luke some stuff and ended up with this engine as a spare. I've run this and tested it and broke it in, and it's ready to go. The carburetor on this one is super crazy. It's the original carburetor. It's this massive carburetor compared to the regular Pico carburetor. This one's a big carbon carburetor. It is in amazing condition, actually, Joey. It's all original. These are actually nitrogen charged shocks. They hold a little gas charge. It's a pretty great kit. It is fast as stink. Like, not with these tires on it, obviously. These are ones, like I said, I made out of foam yoga blocks. I'm sure they would just explode if I tried to drive it. But it does run and drive phenomenally well. Yeah, these aren't high density. They're just regular foam yoga blocks that I made into tires just for shelf purposes. Like I said, I would love nothing more than to drive this thing again. But like I said, I hit about 80 kilometers an hour with it, and the tires just exploded. They were the original hard foam tires. Here's what's left of one of them. I keep it to remind me that, that they don't, 30-year-old foam tires don't like high RPM. Oh, I left a battery in this thing. I bet you the battery's no good now. I should charge it while I have it here sitting here, I guess, while I got it down off the shelf. One of these times I should, maybe tomorrow we'll fire this up on my live. That'd be something. I mean, not drive it, but at least bark it up. I like to run them once in a while. One of these times I should, maybe tomorrow we'll fire this up on my live. That'd be something. I mean, not drive it, but at least bark it up. I like to run them once in a while. Just so that I can say that, just because I hate to see anything get locked up from sitting. You know? Just so that I can say that, I hate to see anything get locked up from sitting. You know? All right, Joe. You won't get out to run tomorrow? You take care, buddy. Oh, I didn't realize I left an on-off switch in this thing too. Well, that's interesting. I should take that on-off switch out of there. Maybe for one of the other ones. Well, the battery took charge. It's not flat. The battery took charge. It's not flat. You actually paid $900 for something? Compass? No way. No, I was gonna say. Oh, yeah, then you better sort that baby then. Priorities, buddy, priorities. You better get to it. Family first. Man, I need something to drink. I'm thirsty. Man, the fella, if anybody has a chance to look his stuff up, I think his name's Ewan. He's on eBay. He had a really nice Losi Truggy, if anybody's looking for one, on eBay for sale. It needs a rear drive shaft, but it's in very nice condition, and it has the Losi 454 in it, or 427, and it's a really nice rig. Night, Joey. Take care, buddy. Like I said, I do appreciate everybody coming just to hang out for, it was super impromptu. I was just out here pissing around, just kind of staying out of the shitty weather, and figured I'd come out here and kind of chill, take her on some shit, and just have a good night, good old bullshit, and work on some stuff. Let me see, if that thing was $900 new, you pay 50% for everything. So even still, you pay $400, $450 for something, I'm friggin' amazed. Cause you usually pay like $100 for something. I need to find a big, I also picked this up on the weekend from a guy who owed me a starter box. It's a really cool starter box, actually. It's an old Sure Start starter box. But I think it's kind of cool because it comes with, it has a glow igniter holder, places for tools and stuff in the arms. And it's actually the older one with the 2 motors. So it should be pretty good. I just need to find a bigger LiPo to put in it. You're not gonna open it? Oh man, I open everything. I know this works because I tried it just on low voltage, so I know it functions. It's a pretty nice box, so I like the mounts and everything are really good spots. So I think I might set that up for my TC3 Truggy. But I need to find a big LiPo for it. I don't think Addiction did open that thing yet. Let's try this thing out, see what happens. I got the old school LiPo battery. How's that for a LiPo battery? actually works pretty good. Maybe shitty contact on it. So I got that going. Sounds good. Look at that. And motor's warm up a little bit here. See what kind of torque that thing's got. Oh, pretty good. That's right. High volume Canadians can make anything work. See what kind of torque that thing. That's right. High volume Canadians can make anything work. I keep this old car battery around just for testing purposes. Works pretty slick though. It does work. Yeah, you've never been poor till you had to try and make something work. You can never say that you've actually. Part of the RC hobbies, in my opinion, is just trying to make shit work. Yeah, you've never been poor till you had to try and make something work. The battery charged already, so it wasn't even dead. Part of the RC hobbies, in my opinion, is there. I had that discussion with a young fella yesterday. He had an MGT and the drive shaft blew off and he can't find the pins and this, that, and the other, and the little spring retainer dealy. And I said to him, I said, you can make that shit, right? So, you know, and he's like, well, I'll see if I can find it on eBay and this, that, and I know he doesn't have a lot of money. And I was just like, man, you can make that stuff. Like a zip tie and an old Allen key and you can make a pin. And you know, don't stop running your stuff just because you can't make it. And I mean, and I know there's so many purists out there that are like, oh, you know, I can't run it, I can't do that to it. You're not doing anything to it. You're still running it and enjoying it. You just got to make some parts and pieces. So tomorrow I think I'll set that other starter box up tonight and we'll see if we can maybe bark that Pico up. Tomorrow I think I'll set that other starter box up tonight and see if we can maybe bark that Pico up. Just for some fun. I'm tempted to put all the radio gear back in it just to say it's complete. Hey Jason, how's it going? We're just here just having a general bullshit. It was a pretty impromptu live. We're just kind of hanging around. The weather kind of sucks, so we're just kind of chilling, tinkering. You guys ever seen this body here? Well, we're just kind of hanging around, chewing the fat. Anybody seen this body? It's actually, I keep looking and I keep hoping this is actually a original USA 1 body for the original USA 1. Not the new one, but the original, the first gen. And I cannot find that truck to save my life, and that's what this body is actually supposed to be for. This is actually an original USA 1 body for the original USA. The lights are cool. They have header lights under here, running lights. It even has rear lights, like tail lights function, you know. So I did cut it a little bit so it will fit my T-Max. I'm scared to run it because I'll bust all the running lights off and the little mirrors and supercharger and whatnot. Like it's even got little plug wires and whatnot. And you know, I wish I could find a belt for it, but it's missing the supercharger belt. It's got nitrous lines in it. You know, for those car guys, it is a 454 big block Chevy engine, so it's accurate. Yeah, it's a pretty cool body. I just don't, so anybody that's like even has the old school Radio Car Action magazine stickers on it. That's a pretty cool body. I just don't, so anybody that's even has the old school Radio Car Action magazine stickers on it. Gotta turn the lights back on. There. I like the red headlights and everything. It's pretty cool. Like I said, it's more for a shelf queen, just because I think but the way I flip shit over sometimes, I don't know, it would definitely get busted up pretty good. Like I said, it's more for a shelf queen, just because the way I flip shit over sometimes, I don't know. It would definitely get busted up. It's dusty from sitting around. Really should clean it. This winter, that's my goal, is to kind of start from one end of the collection to the other and just kind of go through it and clean everything from one end to the other, because some of them just get kind of a quick field clean and then put away. Yeah, so I keep this kind of on its own, just so it doesn't get messed up. Just so it doesn't get messed up. Well, guys, we'll let her go for another few minutes, and then we'll say adios for the day, and then tomorrow I'll do my regular time and regular live stream. I think we're gonna fire up that Pico and just kind of general, just have a great, have another good Sunday bullshit. And if anybody ever thinks that they want to see something in particular when you come on, feel free to ask. Don't be shy. Don't be like, oh, I better not ask him because he doesn't run that, or I haven't seen. Just because you don't see me run it, I do run a lot of stuff without being on the live streams. I do run my stuff quite a bit when you guys are not here. Just because you don't see me run it, I do run a lot of stuff without being on the live streams. I do run my stuff quite a bit when you guys are not here. Hope everybody's having a good day. And just kind of staying healthy and staying safe. This world's kind of crazy right now with everything that's going on. All right. I'll say goodbye. Everybody have a great one. And keep enjoying the hobby and just having a good time. See you guys. For those of you who come back tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow. I want to see the boss's car down the road. He said, thanks, High Volume. Yeah, don't worry. Tomorrow I'll make sure that Mrs. Car is out of here. Talk to you guys later. Peace.